Rent?
Well, I mean, it wasn't the Holiday Inn Express.
I understand that. It was pet friendly as well, wasn't it?
Pet friendly.
Never mind. I don't want to take you there with
I
that.
have no idea what you're talking
No,
about.
the reason I brought that up, Larry has just finished another musical, one that he feels is probably the best composition of your life. It's called Quanah, right?
It's Quanah. It's about the old Comanche chief, Quanah Parker. Y'all remember the story of the Searchers, where John Wayne went out and got the little white girl who had been captured by the Comanche? It's a true story. Her name was Cynthia Ann Parker. And I've been working on it for 30 years. Red Stegall, great friend, great poet, great songwriter, told me about it a long time ago. So we did it for about a week down in Irving, Texas. And it looks like a hit, so maybe we'll get to do it again, I hope.
There you go.
Awesome. Now, these guys have so many talents. I would like
Can I
to
say something right here? Yes, I can.
Well, go ahead.
I'm a guest.
Yeah, it's your stage.
Yeah, it was 10 grand a month.
Wow.
They paid me well, and this was in New York and a long time ago, which is probably 50 grand a month now. Here's what you need to know about us, folks. We are simple, hardworking guys. Our daddy was a driller in the oil field, worked every day of his life. If he wasn't working, that meant the rig was down, he wasn't getting paid, and they were trying to move it someplace else. We never take for granted the fact that nice folks like you have afforded us a wonderful way of life. Now, the good news is we made a lot of money. The bad news is we spent most of it. So we're still out here doing this and working, but we love to sing for you. So we're not trying to flash that around. It's just that New York is a different place, and they paid me very well. So I gave him 10 grand a month.
In light of what Larry has said, do not be surprised if you see the collection plate being passed from row to row.
Our ushers in the back, they're coming forward right now.
They would come forward.
Yes.
Now, may I call for, though, a prayer for Steve? Steve, because these two are a handful. Larry and Rudy are a handful, and somebody's got to manage them. Somebody's got to wrangle them. It's Steve.
And we all have a part to play in this because it's like the guy that was in there was a gentleman that was, his name was the last name in the credits of the movie right before the end. So the music had all played, everyone's left the theater, the whole deal, and it finally gets to him. So finally someone came to him one day and said, "Why do you do this? You don't make any money, you live in poor places, the food's awful." And he turned around and his answer was, "Somebody's got to hold the horse." Meaning we all have a role to play. When the big star John Wayne gets off and goes to eat or whatever, somebody's got to hold the horse. So no matter what you do, it all fits together in God's big cosmic world.
Well, the other one was the guy who cleaned up after the elephant at the circus.
Okay.
That was his brother. That's his brother. That's right. And he kept shoveling that, did that for 40 years, and finally somebody said, "Why don't you quit that nasty job?" He said, "What? Get out of show business?"
Yeah, I understand. Over here, a question? Is that right? Please stand up. Just say, hi, I'm so-and-so, and here's your question.
How you doing, Caroline brothers? Good. Larry, when did you start in the country of music? And Steve, and Rudy, can you give your questions?
Steve, Rudy, what?
Yeah, so they want to know when you started in country music.
This morning.
I do a lot of practicing.
Well, we get up and do this every day, and we start all over because every audience is a new audience, and you owe them just like you would if it was at Carnegie Hall, which we've done. We were little boys. We started 61 years ago singing gospel music.
Yeah.
And I tell people we're really old gospel singers who got a break in country music, and y'all talk because I'm hoarse. Go ahead.
Well, I told y'all earlier, we won a little talent show in Abilene, Texas. Any Texans here? March 8th of 1955. The lady wrote about it in the morning paper of the 9th. So I guess that was actually the start of in March of 55. And
Okay.
I was 2, Steve was 4, Larry was 6. And
You know what it looked like?
Sure, it was going nowhere.
We were about this time. Ready?
That's how.
I woke up this morning feeling fine. I woke up with heaven on my mind. I woke up.
And now they can't get up.
Oh, no. I can't get down there.
Can't get down. Steve can't even get down there.
Okay, but look, after all of these years, success, togetherness, I want to know what each of you appreciates most about the other. So, Rudy, what do you appreciate most about Steve?
Good question. I don't know if we've ever
We've never had this asked. We'll get back to you next year and see.
I know immediately.
Well,
Go ahead,
probably
Steve.
more organized and knowing what, because he ran the business and with our road crew and our managers and everybody getting us somewhere on time to the right place to organize.
Is that the right answer,
organized.
Steve? Is that the right answer?
I think that's probably part of it. I was going to say, Larry mentioned a while ago, our father. Our dad's still alive, 90 years old.
Dad's still alive?
He asked about you the other day.
Golly, where does he live?
He lives over by Rudy.
Right. And mom.
And mom. And
Mom's alive? Jeez, I
Gotta drop by sometime.
really need to.
Okay.
Anyway,
All right,
what I was going to
go
say
ahead.
is our father was a Marine, as Larry said, was a Marine, an oil field worker, and like many of you and many of your parents, they were very hard workers. I think the thing that instills in us, the most attribute for us is our work ethic. I believe we are, at whatever level you think we're good, great, medium, whatever, we're that way every night. We're very blessed to work very hard at what we do, no matter how we feel. And our father instilled in us a work ethic. So I think our greatest attribute is the fact that we really care about what we do, and we do it right every night.
Okay, Larry Wayne. I know, isn't that great? I love it. Larry Wayne, what do you love most about Brother Rudy?
Well, I'm going to put both of them in the same basket, if I may. I'm changing the rules a little bit. I came to Nashville first. I'm the oldest brother. I sing lead. I do most of the talking. And sometimes people think that I am the star of our show. I'm not. They're not my backup singers. They are what the Gatlin Brothers sound is about. So, but human nature being what it is, sometimes they'll go somewhere, they have a little career getting bigger all the time. On their own, they do a little duet because we don't sing every show together. I do some solos, they do some stuff. So I know they get tired of being my little brother, or, my little brothers. Well, where's Larry? Why isn't he here? Hey, we have lives. We don't live next door to each other. They have their own great voices, great talent, and so I appreciate the fact that they handle that. And no one, it's just what it is. A lot of people, when we were early, they wanted it to be Larry Gatlin and some backups. I didn't want that. We wanted our sound to prevail.
Well said. You guys are pros, and you're a great tight family too. Let me point out.
You also have a lady with a question.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Two questions. Who is
You only get one question, lady. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Who is Mama's favorite? And can I get a selfie with you guys later?
Can you do what? Sure. We all think we're Mama's favorite. Rudy asked Mama one time, said, do you love me as much as you love Larry? Our Mama said, I love you as much, I just haven't loved you as long. So that's pretty good.
Okay, we'll go with that. Out of curiosity, you say you've been singing together since you were 2, 4, and 6, okay? Larry, is it important that Rudy be on your left and Steve on your right? That's the way you are now, and it's the way you are on stage.
It is for me.
Let's try it the other way.
Well, I saw Larry, go over there. That's Rudy. No, that's me.
Okay.
I saw a CMA show from 1978 and then another one on YouTube the next year. We sang All the Gold, and on one of them I was on that side. Part of the reason is because most of the time I kind of do the show and kind of call out what's coming next and the counts on the band. So the way I play bass, I want to see the band over my left shoulder. So that's the reason why I end up standing on the right, so that I can naturally look. And that's the way we stand in pictures. If you put us in a picture, photo people or photographers are always trying to get us to sit and stand different, and we always migrate to this.
Yeah.
Also, I learned something a long, long time ago. If you're ever in a big photo group and they're taking a picture, there's like 10 artists, I always go on the far left.
Why is that, Steve?
That's because when they put your name in the paper, they say from left to right, Steve Gatlin. And then by the time they get to the 6th or 8th person, they don't care. They go right
That's
to
really chicken poop. That's what that is.
That's what I've learned after being in Nashville 40 years.
Let me take you behind the scenes. A moment ago when they're doing the show, Steve, the businessman over here, puts together the set list for everybody, a list of songs. Well, Steve turns around, he looks at me, and he just starts ripping it apart because Mr. Ad-Lib here has
I
no
didn't
idea
want to
what
do
the hell
some of
he's
those
doing next.
songs.
We were going to do 6 or 7 songs, and I kind of wrote down a few of the hits and a few of the songs, and so about halfway, Larry kept throwing songs at us like he does occasionally. Normally we stick to us because we have to do an hour and a half, whatever. And so halfway through it, I just took it, just tore it up, and threw it down. It's like, this doesn't mean anything anymore, whatever he calls out.
Useless. I know.
That's fine.
Okay, he's messing with me up here, so I'm going to mess back with him, okay? We did this on the cruise a couple of years ago. I'm going to do it again now. It's a little quiz. I have seen 2 of the 3 Gatlin brothers in their underwear. And yes, I have. And I want you to guess which brother I have not seen in his underwear. Do you think, have I seen Rudy in his underwear?
Yeah.
Have I seen Larry in his underwear?
No, because I don't wear any underwear.
Oh, wait a minute.
We're talking commando. That way it doesn't take me as long on the nude beach.
Have a seat, Larry.
Do you think I've seen Steve in his underwear? No, you got it right. You got it right. You want to hear the circumstances?
Well, I do. I'd like to hear what they were.
Okay, I made the mistake one of the first times I met these people. I mean, they're sharp dressers, right? Very sharp. So I was checking out Larry, and great boots. And I said, man, those are sharp boots. He goes, well, what, you want to see the top of them?
No, don't do that.
So that's how he showed me the top of them.
Don't ever ask a Texan to see the top of his
That's what he
boots.
did. That's what he did. That's
Hey,
what I
let me
figured
tell
out.
you, you talk about being a sharp dresser. I literally just crawled off an airplane a while ago, so I normally try to do a little better than this. So please forgive me for having on my
No, you look great. You
road
look great.
clothes.
Circumstances, I was over at Rudy's house. He has a hot tub, and he just took his pants off and jumped in. That he just did. It was a hot day.
What were you doing at Rudy's house anyway?
He has a hot tub.
Well, that makes sense.
No, it was a television shoot, and so we have it on film.
Okay. Hey, we have
I got
another
it,
question.
man. I got it.
Okay, yes, just scream it out. I don't know where our microphone is.
On the left.
Okay. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Go right ahead.
Hey guys, I had my question already until he was talking about commando, so I lost my train of thought. But
We lost a lot up here with that thought.
No,
so.
we'll have to see that to be 100%
No,
sure.
we
but,
won't. No, we won't.
I'm coming from a long line of awesome Southern cooks, and I was wondering what your mom or mama cooked that was your favorite thing growing up.
I can tell immediately. We were raised in church, and so we used to go to church at 7:30, 8 o'clock every morning, and come home at noon. And our mama's roast and potatoes I'll put against anybody in the world. We came for Sunday dinner, and that's what we ate.
She could put it on the stove and cook it real low. You know,
I think
while we were
Mama's
at church.
first.
Y'all can tell we go to church a lot because we're so proper. And, she also, that's your favorite. Mine, I think Mama's vegetable soup was pretty darn close. You know, she could do more with less. And we weren't dirt poor. I'm not going, you know, we didn't walk 9 miles to school in the snow and all that stuff. But it was at best a lower middle class working man's, you know, environment that we lived in. And she could do more with a pound of hamburger meat and some tomatoes and onions, throw a little something in there to her credit. But was a great cook.
Good. I'm gonna guess what yours are. Close your eyes.
I know what you're.
Mine, the salmon patties.
Oh, I was thinking
Salmon
this one's
patties and
salmon
potato
We
soup.
didn't get fresh salmon in Odessa, Texas.
And we called it salmon.
It was out of the can, but she made those patties with potato soup and black-eyed peas and cornbread. Oh, mercy!
It's still on your breath.
What did you whisper, Steve? You got something
I
else.
thought he was going to say chicken enchiladas.
Chicken.
My mother's-
Ooh.
She said southern kind of.
Yeah, I got you.
How much more southern can
They
you
were
get than
southern
Mexico?
They were southern chickens.
Okay. Another question? I think right here. Yeah.
I think this lady right
Okay.
here.
Yes, you've been waiting.
I say salmon patties too. I was here last year with my first CNA, and I don't want hugs and kisses, but you guys were there with Brenda Lee and Rankin Skaggs on it, and let me make a picture with the whole group. you gonna let me do it again?
No, lady.
Why?
Because everybody else will want one, and I haven't had lunch. So just you, right?
Just me.
Okay, why don't the rest of you vote on whether this lady gets a picture and the rest of you?
Okay. Well, maybe she can take a selfie of herself and everybody else in the background.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
No, you sit right. You don't get up on our stage. You're out of your
Okay.
mind, lady.
Oh, bless her heart.
No. That ain't
Watch
the way
out.
this works.
Watch out.
Now, the rest of you, here's the deal. You got to get her email, and she's going to send every one of you this picture. Just do it.
Turn around this way. Yeah, there we go. 1, 2, 3.
Get close. Get in. Get close. Come on now. Selfie close.
You don't want to know what we're seeing back here.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, the view that we just had. That was,
Yeah, it
if I
was
had had my
Don't act like you've ever looked at
real special. Hey,
before.
another question over here? Please, go right ahead.
Yes, hi. I'm just curious about your process you go through when you write a song. How do you go about
Wow,
doing
the
that?
process of writing a song. It seems like it's easy for you guys.
Let me say something first of all. I have written a few songs, but I'm not a songwriter. There's a difference. Every one of you can write a song because in the 8th grade you had to write a poem. That's all they are. Larry Gatlin is a songwriter. There's a distinct difference. There are people that can write songs. You can, some of the things he says, and I'll let him answer, but my point is he captures things that you go, God, I wish I'd have said that. And maybe, but the way he puts words together puts him in a class. He's as good a songwriter as is in Nashville, Tennessee. I'll tell you that. And in country music. Not only songs, all the hits for us, the songs from Elvis, Roy Orbison, Johnny Mathis, Barry Gibb, all the country artists. I mean, the list goes on and on. So I'll let you answer how it happens, but he just catches a phrase and then goes from there. And when he's writing, we stay away. We learn to just be quiet.
We were very blessed to have a great education. We lived in West Texas, an oil-based economy, not in the Permian Basin where all the oil, and we had great teachers. I had better teachers in elementary school than I had when I went to the University of Houston in college. It's absolutely true. And they made us and encouraged us to read. So I